Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Make your property rock and roll with services from G&S Excavating, specializing in white sand, compost, mulch, topsoil, landscape gravel, and steel landscape edging. Turn to the pros who know how to make your project shine with years of experience. The best part is they're locally owned and operated. Choose from a vast selection of mulch and rock from their conveniently located facility at number 3 Valley Road in Lawrenceburg, just off Buffalo Road. Phone 931-279-3841 and get started today.
Hey, this is Phil Hooper. Get the look you want for your favorite school, church, or business with apparel from HD Ink Screen Printing in Leoma, Tennessee. Got a logo you need embroidered or screen printed? Let HD Ink give you the professional look that sets the bar in today's world. We do fundraisers and custom designed apparel and so much more. Call today, 931-201-2961, or come see us at our new shop located at 26 Ingram Road in Leoma. Remember, HD Ink for the look you want and the look you deserve.
A moment in real estate with my dad, Jeff Lee.
You know, I get asked a lot about what the market's going to do. How's the real estate market? I've been selling real estate for a long time, and nobody has a crystal ball. And you know what? When it's your time to buy or your time to sell, it really doesn't matter what the market's doing. It's your time, and you have to do something maybe. What makes a difference is the agents and the experience that go to work for you. We're Keller Williams Hood Company, located here in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. We can help.
Hood Company, powered by Keller Williams, the #1 name in real estate.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome everybody here to X Sports Today. AJ Good with Bryant, Gobble. Taylor Plott will be joining us shortly. Michael Marks has the day off as he's doing a couple family things today. So Bryant, just when you think it wasn't going to be a busy day in the world of sports, busy weekend in the world of sports, we had some NFL stuff going on, but man, a lot of stuff going on all across the world of sports, really.
Yeah, I'm curious to know, like, your highlight of the weekend. Mine is watching NFL yesterday. Like, I love, like, there were so many good things happening, so many storylines happening across the NFL yesterday, a lot of different injuries. Saturday had a lot going on. College bowl season started, all right? You had a lot of news coming out of the Heisman front. And then, of course, the Army-Navy game. Did you see Trump's coin flip? That was probably my highlight of Saturday, is watching him, like, it's almost like he's trying to finger roll a layup as he's tossing the coin. I thought that was hilarious. So
that was pretty funny. I'll give you that. That was pretty funny. I am happy I went 2-0 in bowl games. Almost didn't, because you see the historic comeback that South Carolina State made on Prairie View A&M. Yeah. What a game, the conversion or maybe conversion that wasn't, because it can't really tell if he did get his arm over the pylon or whatnot. All that controversy, that was great. That game always goes into overtime, which is awesome, which is why everyone should watch it every year. I thought Washington State was going to come out and smack around Boise State, which they did. So I'm happy I've started off bowl season at 2-0. That's right. I'm happy to go there. Heisman Trophy, I only voted for one of the 4 guys that were there. Happens to be the guy that I won. But even though I'm, part of the reason why I didn't vote for Pavia is because I knew I would not be welcome back in either one of my in-laws' houses, and let alone in my house if my wife found out that I voted for Diego Pavia.
Yeah. Well, Pavia had some choice words for you.
I was getting ready to say, it's making me look even better that I didn't vote for him, because he is showing his true colors each and every day.
Good way to put it.
And it basically, the way he reacted just tells everyone what they need to do. Yeah. This whole Vanderbilt thing, this would have been a great way to kind of like show everyone how great Vanderbilt is, that you can go to Vanderbilt and be something special, how they've really turned that program around to be one of the best programs in the country. And at the end of the day, it was all about him. It was all about his family. And then he reacts like this at the end of the day, like, F Indiana. I'm like, bro, you don't want anything to do with Indiana. You do not. Did you watch what they did to Ohio State? Yeah. You don't want anything to do with that bunch because they would destroy you.
Yeah. He's how old? 25, 23, whatever. Old enough. He's in his sixth season. There's the voting results right there. Mendoza receiving 643 first place votes. That was me. Down here, Haynes King receiving 1 second place vote. Big AJ.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I agree with you. That's a great point. Diego had a chance to champion Vanderbilt, right? And pound the chest, be like, okay, we should have made the playoffs. We didn't. We're going to end the season. What a great team effort. Look at our coach who has coached us to this. Let's champion Clark Lee. Let's champion our new stadium. And instead, he is making it all about himself. All about himself. Yeah. It's selfish. It's vindicated that he didn't win. I'm so glad that he didn't win. Yeah. Mendoza, all around stand-up guy. He showed it in his speech and his emotion on the field after he won.
Because he's very much a lot like Diego. He was under recruited. Yes. He wasn't given much of a chance. His family, his mom's got multiple sclerosis. Yeah. Her bottom half of her body is eating itself alive. Yeah. It's the best way I can describe that disease, and how, like you said, how he handled just everything with class. And even if it would have been Pavia that won and not him, he would have celebrated Pavia. Yes. He would have celebrated his teammates. Yeah. And he goes to, Vanderbilt was the bottom of the SEC, very bottom of the SEC. Pavia helps turn it around. Indiana was the very bottom of the Indiana.
That's a good point.
Very bottom of the Big Ten. Now, they turned things around last year with a different guy, but he kept that ball rolling and made them even better. Yeah. So there's a lot of similarities between the two. One guy makes it about his teammates, makes it about the underdog. Pavia makes it about himself, and he's making me look even better. Yeah, I did not vote for him.
Yeah, everything you want to see out of an exemplary winner and someone you want your kids to look up to, someone you want to celebrate and champion was Mendoza. Everything opposite of that, the kind of scum, selfish, prideful, all about me, and that's kind of an embodiment of college football right now, I guess, and the world in general. We're always prideful and selfish, and Pavia is the embodiment of all that's wrong with college football right now. Just all about himself. So I'm very glad Mendoza won.
Yeah. So I'm watching my reaction to Hayes King getting the only 1 second place vote. You're welcome. You're welcome, Georgia Tech. Chambliss got 7 third place votes, and I was one of the 7. So Mendoza 1, King 2 for me, Chambliss was 3. So those are the guys I voted. And actually, I thought King would get a little bit higher than what he did. Caleb Downs finished 9th. Obviously, I don't think they mentioned anyone below 10, if anyone else. I'm good to see Jacob Rodriguez, a linebacker. Him and Downs are the only defensive players on that list. Good to see them getting some love. I know a lot of people voted that I know voted Rodriguez 3, so good for him. Yeah, one of the biggest reasons why that team turned around the way they did. But Mendoza didn't have the greatest numbers, but I don't think this isn't a numbers thing. My biggest thing, Brian, is if you take this player away from that team, are they exactly the same? Yeah. Which is the reason why I didn't vote for Jeremiah Love. I think you can plug any really good running back into that Notre Dame system and have the same thing. Yep. Same with Gunnar Stockton. It's proven that you can plug anyone, any talented player into the Georgia system. Yep. Same with Julian Sam. You take, if Diego Pavia handled himself better throughout the season, I would have voted for him. Yeah. But you can also make, you take Mendoza away from Indiana. Are they undefeated? Probably not. Mm-mm. You take Pavia away from Vanderbilt. Are they 10-2? Absolutely not. You take Chambliss away from Ole Miss. Are they 11-1? Probably not. More 9-3 because he made some plays in some of those really close games that shouldn't have been close. Yeah. That kept them at 11-1. Same. Georgia Tech. Everything.
Same
Georgia
thing
Tech
can be said for Haynes King. Absolutely. Yeah.
The reason they're 8-4, 9-3, whatever their record was, is because of Haynes King.
Yeah.
Defense did.
Good way to look at it. Yeah, absolutely. It's not the. I don't know how to think of it. It's not the most valuable player per se. It kind of is, but I don't know. It is most valuable to their team, I guess, is the way you're describing it. So maybe it is in some way most valuable player. If you took them away, that's a good way to think of it. Would they be the same?
The first year I ever voted was the year RG3 won. And I'm like, how do I do this? How do I make this up in my mind?
When was that? 2013?
I believe it was 2010.
2010. I put you on the spot there with the trivia. I guess in my mind,
that was Cam Newton.
When was he on the NCAA cover? In my mind, I think that was like 13 or 14, but that doesn't equate to when he won the Heisman.
Let's just look at it. 11. I was off by a year.
Oh,
So 2011 was my first year voting. So the way, for those who don't know, like it's based off states.
Okay.
So where you're working in that state. So I started in West Virginia. That's where I got my voting. And then everywhere I've moved, whether it be Virginia, Georgia, Pennsylvania, here in Tennessee, you get kind of acclimate. You can either get absorbed into it and you get someone's spot, or they allow it to transfer. Thankfully, wherever I've gone, they've allowed it to transfer because I'm still working in sports media, which obviously helps. I watch all these games. My wife can attest. On Saturdays, I'm up watching. I'm watching highlights. I'm locked in. I'm looking at numbers. I'm looking at everybody. This year, by far, Bryant was one of the hardest I've ever. No one just really stuck out. And that's not an indictment on Mendoza. No one was like, man, like the year RG3 won, that was easy. The year Cam Newton won, even though I didn't vote in that, it was easy. When Baker Mayfield won and I voted for him, that was easy. I even voted Deshaun Watson over Lamar Jackson. I thought Deshaun Watson was way more valuable than Lamar Jackson was, based off, they won the national championship. I wouldn't say that now, but that was a long time ago. My wife is still mad at me that I voted for Baker Mayfield. She's like, it's all because of Diego Pop. He's exactly like Baker. I'm like, well, he won more and we went to the playoff, and we can.
So you kind of push back against the best player on the best team. I'm thinking of Julian Sayin on here. He might not be the best player, but he's a quarterback on the best team. I guess he's an important player on the best team. Interesting.
Which is why I haven't voted for an Alabama quarterback in a long time.
Caleb Downs maybe is the best player on that defense. And insane defense.
It's Jacob Rodriguez. I mean, Texas Tech's one of the best defenses in the country, if not the best defense in the country. They don't have him. They're not that.
Okay.
Straight. I didn't vote for him, but again, that's what everyone is thinking. A lot of people kind of think everyone's got their different takes. We all come at it from different ways. But for me, if I take you away, what is your team? This is why. And I'll probably never vote for an Ohio State or an Alabama quarterback at this point, because you plug whoever in there, they're all delivering the same thing. Just like a Georgia quarterback, they're all delivering the same thing. So it's just my opinion.
Who do you think the last clear-cut Heisman was? Do we got to go back to Joe Burrow? Was it him?
Yeah, that was real easy.
That one was really easy. That one was really easy. That was a special 2019 into 2020 season. You have Bryce Young in there. You have Jaden Daniels in there. Last year was the defensive back wide receiver. Why can I not think of his name?
Oh, crap. Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter, that's right, yeah. Who else am I missing?
Jaden Daniels, I did vote for him.
Okay.
Caleb Williams.
I forgot about Caleb Williams.
Bryce Young, I didn't vote for Bryce Young. Devontae Smith, I did vote for Devontae Smith.
He had an amazing season.
Joe Burrow. 2019, when Joe Burrow won, was probably the last time I was like, because even Jaden Daniels' year, this isn't helping.
That was 2020.
2023. Hunter won in 24, and then Mendoza won this year. Okay. Caleb Williams is pretty, I wouldn't say easy. Actually, I didn't vote for Williams #1 that year. I need to go back and look at.
That was his years at USC, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So ever since I've been voting, starting in 2011. Manziel in 2012 voted for him. Jameis Winston 13 voted for him. Mariota in 14 voted for him. Derrick Henry. These are.
Those are pretty easy,
Yeah.
I feel like.
2016, I had Deshaun Watson over Lamar Jackson, Baker Mayfield, yes. Kyler Murray, yes. Burrow, yes. I had Devontae Smith, yes. Did not vote for Bryce Young in 20. I don't think I voted for him at all.
Yeah.
If I remember right, I'd have to go. I have all my ballots saved on another.
He was
computer.
that was the year he was
Yeah.
a freshman, right? First
Yeah.
freshman win since maybe Manziel.
Sophomore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a sophomore. Then I don't think I voted Williams number one the year he won. Jaden Daniels, yes. Travis Hunter, yes, and then Mendoza, yes.
Okay.
So I have all my ballots saved on a private computer somewhere, and along with sometimes I have to do a pro and con sheet.
Yep.
That's because and this year was one of them. It was because you think of we had Indiana. Two nobodies,
Yep.
Indiana and Vanderbilt. Then you had Notre Dame and Ohio State represented.
Yep.
And there you go. It's
As far as Heisman moments go, I mean, Mendoza's completion in the back of the end zone to save that game, like that
at
was
Penn State. That's
it was a comeback drive. Like the catch is as good as the throw is as good as the catch. But I feel like that was the Heisman moment. I don't know if Pavia having one like him. Yes, he ran all over Tennessee, but their season wasn't really on the line. I don't know. I just don't remember a clutch moment where Pavia kind of, made a statement. And maybe that's just me with my orange glasses on and my Tennessee bias.
Right.
But I don't know. Mendoza's play meant something.
Right.
Like it kept them in to where they're now the 1 seed in the playoff.
Right.
And Pavia's about to play in the ReliaQuest Bowl. So.
I mean, hey, you're not getting any arguments from me.
Yeah.
That's
unfortunately,
that's for sure.
Jeremiah Love, did he opt out? I need to look at and see. Well, the whole team opted out. That's a silly question. The entire Notre Dame team opted out of their bowl game. Rodriguez at Texas Tech, he'll have another game coming up. Ole Miss, the rest of the players will have another game. Haynes King, Caleb Downs.
So I'm remembering the Bryce Young year. I voted Aiden Hutchinson number one that year.
Okay.
And I followed it up with Kenny Pickett number two. Yes, a West Virginia guy voted for a Pitt guy. And then after that, I voted Breece Hall number three.
Oh,
I was one of the third place votes.
Okay.
Year. Again, I always use it for somebody that I want them to get a little bit more love. Let's see, the Caleb Williams. See, I know I'm taking up a lot of time with this, but I was really, the Caleb Williams year. Let's see. That's right. I did vote Duggan number one from TCU, then followed it up Stetson Bennett number two, and yes, I used my third vote for Hendon Hooker number four.
Come
number
on,
three. So
man, that was so disappointing.
Yeah.
Like watching
He
him
would've
go
won
down,
it if he wouldn't.
watching him go down to get South Carolina. All you had to do is finish South Carolina game. Yes, you were going to lose, but you were still putting up good enough numbers in that game.
he finished fifth.
Yeah, he didn't get. I wish he would have at least got an invite to New York.
Right.
With the amazing season that he had and the special season that it was for Tennessee fans, it would have meant something if he at least got an invite to New York, and he didn't.
This was Joe Burrow's year that he won. He had 841 first place votes. It was Burrow, Hurts, Justin Fields, Chase Young, Jonathan Taylor. I actually voted that year. Joe Burrow won, Chase Young 2, and I gave Travis Etienne my third place vote.
Etienne.
Yeah, I thought he was great.
Yeah, he was. I'm trying to think. Joe Burrow had at the time, I think he had set the record for most touchdown passes in a season.
Yeah.
And then the guy from Western Kentucky played for the Patriots for a while. His name escapes me.
Bailey something.
There you
go.
There you go. He came and broke it, but
Yeah.
60 touchdowns and 6 interceptions in a season, almost 76% completion percentage.
Hall of Famer throwing the Hall of Famers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got
Pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, insane the people he was throwing to, and their defense also had amazing players too. Ed Ogeron, all he had to do was sit on the sideline and be like, "You guys go play. I'm just going to sit here and watch you guys."
So moving on, would stay in college football because now we've got not one, not two, but three big names, quarterbacks in college football entering the transfer portal. We know about Sam Levitt at Arizona State. We know about DJ Lagway at Florida. And now Dylan Raiola. Timu Patrick Mahomes is going to the portal. That's a
good way to describe him.
Yeah.
I did not see that. Wow.
Yeah,
Where does he think he's going to land? Like, is there going to be a big market for him?
Well, it's just like the other two. Like, Sam Levitt, yes, because Sam Levitt won some big games. Him and what's his face now with the Giants were a big reason. But and he was playing good before he got hurt a lot this year at Arizona State. But, I think he'll find a home just about anywhere. But Lagway, I'm like, dude, did you not watch yourself play this year? Where do you think you're going to go? And the same with Raiola. Like, I think Rayola's got a better chance to land at a decent program better than Lagway does.
Think so? I would think the opposite, just based off of pure athletic ability.
Well, and also he's coming off an injury too.
Yeah,
I forgot about that. So you make a good point there.
Yeah. To me, I've thought that Lagway was just the better athlete.
Yes.
He might not be as cerebral, maybe, as Raiola. Raiola's just weird. I think both of them are going to have a hard time finding a market for them. At least in bigger schools than what they were at. Like maybe they. I don't know. Does Lane Kiffin kick the tires on the DJ Lagway and take him as a prospect? I mean,
he might take
I don't know who.
I think he kicked the tires more on Levitt because Levitt's more his style.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's
Levitt's more of his style. That kind of little guy who can move, that can make the big throws when needed. Just like the kid he just had last year, the Jackson Darts, the Sam Corrals, that whole bunch. I mean, he kind of fits that mold a little bit better than Lagway and Ray. Well, I might be talking myself that Raiola might be a good fit.
Okay, yeah,
but let's be real. Bryce Underwood at Michigan, he's probably going to enter the portal.
Probably.
LSU was his number 2.
Yep. Yeah, that's been a lot of talk. I think he followed LSU on Instagram recently, like people that keep up with those little tea leaves. I would, that's not a stretch to say that Underwood enters the portal and goes to LSU. I don't know where Lagway Raiola would land. I guess I'm thinking, would I want Lagway or Raiola at Tennessee next year? Yeah. Because Tennessee kind of needs a quarterback. We have some younger guys that are coming in, but we don't have any proven starters. And against the schedule that we have, I'm like, okay, we definitely need to bring another body in. We need somebody else.
At some point, you need to let those guys.
I agree with you.
Because those guys now need a chance to prove themselves because of what you're about to bring in.
Yeah.
Now, I've never been a big recruiting guy because I'm one of those like, okay, you got 4 stars, now go prove it.
Yeah.
Like I don't care
Let's
about
see what's
your
on the
stars.
field. Yeah.
Why? Because I've covered West Virginia and Marshall for years. Virginia Tech never got some of the big guys, and you know what? I watched those teams go out and beat all the teams with 4 and 5 stars all the time throughout my career.
Yeah.
Like you prove it on the field. It's pretty much.
Yeah, I've seen so many different flops.
Hendon Hooker's one of them.
Right? Oh, yeah. He came from Virginia Tech and proved himself on the field, and he's the best quarterback that Tennessee's had in the past 15 years, maybe. Maybe, yeah. I mean,
maybe Dobbs. Well, I mean, he was better than Dobbs.
I think he was better than Dobbs. I mean, Tyler Bray had really good statistical seasons, but either way, the point remains. Hendon Hooker wasn't highly sought after, but he came on the field. He proved it. And then you think of guys that were the other way around. Like I remember, Khalil McKenzie was Reggie McKenzie's son, and he was such a highly touted recruit. And like at me as like a high schooler, I'm like, yes, like Tennessee, we're on the come up. And then Butch Jones threw it all away, and we had one of the worst seasons in Tennessee history in 2017. So I also think there is something to be said about, like, I think it's called the blue chip ratio. Mm-hmm. You have to have talent on your team to be able to win.
It's a talent-driven
high
game.
Yeah,
it's always been that way. It's always been.
I see a post talking about DJ Lagway. It said DJ Lagway submitted his transfer portal letter to the NCAA this morning. The letter was intercepted. That was a Barstool SEC tweeting that out. I thought that was pretty funny.
Well, I've seen some. There's a couple Jets defensive guys yesterday that refused to speak to the media. A lot of the comments underneath were, they refused to tackle yesterday too.
Yes, absolutely.
There's been a lot of those good ones. Speaking of just crazy, man, this Sharon Moore story gets worse and worse by the day.
What have you heard?
I mean, have you not seen the OnlyFans stuff?
Oh, him like getting out of jail and immediately DMing the OnlyFans models,
and then on top of that, he was DMing OnlyFans models during halftime at Ohio State.
Really? No way! I did not see that. Wow. Somebody give that guy an ice bath. Like, good grief.
I mean, he's married with 3 kids. I mean, like I said, he's trying to trade his 5'4" blonde white girl for a bunch of other 5'4" blonde white girls.
Man, I mean, you seriously have just something wrong mentally.
Right.
Like, you have an addiction, you have a weird obsession. If you're doing those things in general, it's wrong, and you need to turn away from it. If you're doing that to where you're in the middle of an Ohio State game, like one of the biggest game of the year, and you're worried about that at halftime, maybe it's a stress reliever. I don't know. Like, good grief.
I don't get it either.
Man, it's hard to believe. You telling me that.
And it's correct. Like, someone made a heck of a point, like, somebody was under one of those X posts about, like, dude, can you imagine? I don't know. This guy might be the greatest multitasker ever. He's like, man, I struggle with the kids and paying bills and trying to get the bed on time. This guy was recruiting, game planning, coaching, setting up everything for the week, taking care of his family, and DMing
the side piece. Oh my gosh!
DMing OnlyFans models and managing a side piece. He's the great. Well, until it broke down, he's the greatest multitasker ever.
My goodness. Yeah. Gosh, I did not know that. That blows my mind.
It's crazy, isn't it?
The time periods that he was doing it. And he got out of jail, and he immediately starts doing that again. Like, people wouldn't see him, spot him from a mile away.
It's nuts, man. It really is nuts. Well, quickly before we actually break down the NFL games.
Okay.
Speaking of breaking, it wasn't a good day to be an important ACL for Mahomes and Micah Parsons yesterday. And obviously with Mahomes' ACL, their chances were slim. Even if they won yesterday, they're done. He's done. And then Micah Parsons goes down against the Broncos yesterday.
Yeah, it was really sad to see. I don't know if you know AJ or not. To viewers, I don't know if you know this either. I've actually had 2 ACL surgeries. It was on my left knee, and it's nothing spectacular. I played tennis in high school, so it didn't happen during that. It actually came in college, just out playing like intramural sports and whatnot. I went up for a pass, just playing. Yeah, it's nothing impressive. I need to come up with a better story to lie about it. But either way, like when Pat's knee went back, it reminded me of my knee, like it hyperextended backwards and kind of if this is the top of your leg, it kind of like shifted just this way a little bit, and it hyperextended backwards. I'm like, he's done. Like, he tore something. I knew it immediately. And very similar to Micah Parsons, his didn't go back, but his like just went just like that. And I knew as soon as I saw his. It happened on Red Zone. They flashed it on Red Zone. They flashed the Patrick Mahomes one on Red Zone. I'm like, man, that's it.
Yeah. I had a double box. That was at the end of the double box. I was getting ready to watch the Niners and the Titans. Titans looked good for a half until the Niners blew them apart in the second half. They did look good for a half, but I saw that in the double box because what was the other? It was Bills and Patriots were in the other.
That was the game. Yeah, that was the game to watch.
Thank you, YouTube TV, for at least keeping that stuff alive. But then I saw the Parsons injury while I was watching the Niners and the Titans and cooking dinner yesterday. So both of them were just.
I hate it for the game. I really enjoy watching good players play at their best, and I love watching good players go at it. And Micah Parsons going down, like, he is arguably the best at his position. Patrick Mahomes is the same way. You lose 2 giants at the end of the season. It's also going to affect next season. Optimistically, you make it back from an ACL injury in 9 months. Realistically, it very well could go on to 10, 11, 12 months. It could take a whole year for both of those guys to come back.
Well, think about some of these basketball. Halliburton at basketball. They're not going to get him back this year.
Nope.
At all. He's not playing at all. And obviously Indiana looks like a team that doesn't have their star player. I've actually tore both an MCL on both knees, both in football. One of them was my sophomore year. This is back in the day when we hit every day in practice, and cut blocks were not outlawed. and I got cut blocked from behind. There went my MCL. The other one was my senior year. We nicknamed it, I don't know if everyone did, like when you get a whole pile that rolls up on your knee and you're standing up like this. We called it popsicled.
Popsicle.
You're just standing there like a popsicle. I still played the rest of the year. The first MCL I did, and this one, like, I'm a senior. We went 3-7. These are my last games. I don't care. Healed up in the off season and whatnot. Went on and basically didn't tell anybody, but just is what it is because it wasn't really that painful. It's dangerous because you got 3 ligaments,
right?
And you're on 2 of the 3, and you're just hopefully nothing bad happens to the other.
I hate it for him. I really do. And maybe they can get back. The other injury that happened yesterday was Devontae Adams with his hamstring. You hate that Matthew Stafford's having an MVP caliber season. Stafford goes down. Devontae goes down. They got a short week. Don't think he'll probably play. But this is an important game coming up this weekend. As we get into the games of the week, this is an important game coming up, and Devontae has turned into Stafford's number 1 target, and I hate to see him going down. Again, just for the good of the game. You hate to see all these players go down, and for the good of some of your fantasy teams, including mine. It's also tragic circumstances. So.
Absolutely. Well, we've all been there. Well, speaking of, we'll break down everything going down in the world of NFL when we return.
Financial advisor Scott Beasley knows time spent with family is everything. As a founder of Beasley Wealth Management, his mission is to give clients the freedom to enjoy time with family without the burden of financial concerns. A local of Lawrenceburg, Scott deeply values building relationships with clients, ensuring they make informed decisions concerning asset management, tax planning, and retirement planning. Offering a free initial consultation, Beasley Wealth Management helps clients pursue their aspirations with confidence. A local law firm respected throughout the state. Generations of clients have turned to Boston, Holt, and Durham since 1948. We assist individuals and businesses with their legal needs, including real estate, property closings, personal injury, employment discrimination, and family law. Our clients get the personal attention and convenience of a hometown law firm with the resources and ability to handle any case. Come see us at Boston, Holt, and Durham.
Since opening our doors in 1904, Builtwell Bank has existed to be the local economic engine for the communities we serve. No matter if you're buying a car, saving for retirement, or finally buying that forever home, Builtwell Bank is here to help. From personal checking and savings accounts to a full suite of business and commercial banking with treasury management services, we'll make sure you'll have a dedicated Builtwell banker that understands your unique needs and stands by you every step of the way. No matter where you are in Tennessee or Northwest Georgia, there's likely a Builtwell Bank location nearby. Come see us and let our dedicated financial team help you with all of your banking needs. Member FDIC.
Fast, friendly, and reliable service is our promise to you because you're not just a customer, you're family. From multi-use linen to branded floor coverings and a complete range of cleaning supplies, C&B Linen is here to make sure you have everything you need. From our high-quality products to our fast, friendly, and reliable service, you'll experience the difference with C&B Linen because you're not just a client, you're part of our family. You'll be winning with C&B Linen.
Got a dent, a ding, a scratch, or a bent fender? Major or minor, Car Country Collision Center in Leoma can fix you up. Car Country works with all insurance carriers, gives free estimates, can work on foreign and domestic vehicles, and has experience you can trust. They've been in business since 1990. Unfortunately, accidents happen, but you can get your car back on the road with as little hassle as possible with the help of Car Country. Call 931-852-4708 or stop by at 2567 Highway 43 South in Leoma.
Hey everyone, this is Landon Saunders.
And this is Nate Patterson with Cloud9 Fiber.
We're excited to finally be able to offer Lawrenceburg our blazing fast, reliable, and affordable fiber internet services.
If you're looking for a more reliable and more affordable provider, we at Cloud9 Fiber have you covered.
Plans start at $50 a month, and we can offer up to a gigabit to your home or business.
We are excited to be able to offer your first month of service entirely free. We encourage you to sign up on cloud9fiber.com or by calling 931-201-9098 so we can help you make the switch today.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back to X Sports Today. AJ Good here with Bryant Gobble. Don't know where Taylor is. Michael is doing something. Was Taylor over there?
I don't know. Somebody's coming out.
Oh, I don't know who
Crash.
Well,
Crash.
You can hear the banging on the door. You know that's Crash. Let's get into the NFL here. Bryant, still got one more game. It's a big one tonight when you're thinking playoff-wise. Steelers hosting the Dolphins, who we all left for dead.
Yep.
We are going to fire their coach. Tua's the worst quarterback in the league. Man, they win this game tonight, and they take it up to another level. The Buccaneers hurt their chances on Thursday with the Falcons, and Kyle Pitts actually deciding to have a good game for once.
Come on.
Came alive.
Come on.
He is, prophecy is starting to, he's just so, what is it with, what is it with Falcon wide receivers? Remember, Calvin Ridley got drafted there.
Yes.
Very off and on.
Yes.
So what is it with like guys who get drafted in Atlanta, and they'll give you a good game every 4 games and make you feel like, okay, this is what we delivered. This is what we gave the money to, and then, next game he'll have 2 catches for 15 yards and 3 drops.
Maybe it's not the wide receiver. Maybe they just had poor quarterback play. Maybe.
Kirk Cousins was on fire the other night.
Kurt, hills and valleys past couple of years.
Yeah.
Good for him. I'm a big fan of Kurt.
I am too.
I'm glad that he had a good game. He had 3 touchdowns and all 3 were to Kyle Pitts. Helped save one of my fantasy seasons in the playoffs. Kyle Pitts had like 40 half PPR points. Like, it was amazing.
That's really good.
It was amazing.
Yeah, I don't miss stressing out about. I stress out enough about fantasy baseball throughout the course of the week. I can't tell you how many times I've been beat on the last day. Like, I've been dominating by 150 points on the last day. Someone goes like 4 for 4, hits for the cycle, and that last home run was a grand slam to win the game. So you get walk-off points on top of it. Oh, don't get me started on all that.
Yeah. But the Falcons did. They won and beat the Bucks, and you would think that the Panthers, it's their time to take advantage, and the Panthers didn't lose against New Orleans yesterday.
I know.
Like, they can't take advantage, and that division still remains probably the worst division in football right now. And no team wants to win the division, it seems like. The Bucks are sitting at 7-7. I guess they have the head-to-head over the Panthers. Is that why the Panthers are outside looking in?
I believe so.
I need to double-check my work on that.
But there's, hang on, there's playoff picture. No, that's not the one. If you go to ESPN standings and go to playoff, let's see.
The Bucks are the 4 seed because they're at the top of their division.
Best win percentage in common games
is
what the tie. They've won the tie break there.
Okay, that's it. Well, that'll get settled because I do believe they play each other again as the season winds down. That division, I don't really consider whoever comes out of that division to be a competitor.
Right.
I don't know if anybody does. At the first of the year, you thought the Bucks looked dangerous, but they've just been limping to the finish line, just barely hanging on to the division right there. My most intriguing, I guess, game, if you will. Cramp, you got hit, sniper somewhere.
Oh man. I'm so sorry.
We were talking about cramps, like in the break, and that's what jumped on you.
I'm not going to share that story. Oh my goodness, I'm okay.
You need to walk it off?
No,
no. Take a lap?
You can tell I turned 41 next Monday.
Okay.
It's bad.
Yeah.
It's really bad. Okay.
We're good. Man. That'd be good to clip and have like out of context AJ moment.
That's why we're hiring someone to handle the social media. You can put that on TikTok.
Yeah, that's right.
Sports talk guy gets a cramp.
Yeah, that's right. I think the AFC playoff picture is mostly settled. You have a big game tonight. You were talking about the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Yes, they could beat the Steelers, but I think that would be more implications for the Steelers and the AFC North Division than the
Ravens
Dolphins.
Just took Cincinnati out of
they
big
did.
time yesterday.
Right. So it kind of comes down to who's going to win. Is it Steelers? Is it Ravens? Who's going to come out of that division? I don't know if anybody's going to catch the Texans for the wild card spot.
No.
Nobody's catching the Bills for the first wild card spot. So essentially you have who's going to be the 7th seed. Is it going to be the Colts? Phillip Rivers? Not bad. A lot of short passes.
Yeah.
But not bad. They ran Jonathan Taylor like 40 times, I think, yesterday.
They were winning that game and winning it comfortably until they fell apart there in the fourth quarter.
They should have won the game. So I don't know. Can the Colts make it to the wild card? Maybe. Can the Ravens make it to the wild card? Maybe. Is a 6-7 Dolphins going to be able to pass a 9-5 Texans for that last wild card spot? I don't think so.
Unless the Texans melt down.
Unless the Texans melt down. So,
but when you look at the Dolphins' remaining schedule, they've won 4 in a row. They've beaten the Bills, Commanders, Saints, and Jets. One of those 4 are good, but they've got the Bengals. They got the Steelers tonight.
Yeah.
Say they win that, they get the Bengals next, should win. A failing Buccaneers team should win. And then the Patriots at the end, and who knows what you're going to get with that team, which, by the way, shout out to the Bills.
Yeah.
Huge win. They were left for dead until that comeback in the fourth quarter yesterday.
Yeah, that's right.
Just ask Dave Portnoy. They were left for dead at halftime.
Keep it in the AFC. The Patriots
24-7 at halftime.
I thought it was their division to lose, and it still is. But man, Bills are making it interesting, and that was on the road. We've been talking about the Bills playing good at home, poorly on the road. They made that amazing comeback in
think
Foxborough.
The best thing that could happen for the Bills, I know this sounds crazy, they don't get the bye. And they have to play from the wild card, and they keep all this momentum going. Because I think the way they've been playing lately and how they've put some things together offensively and defensively, they've won 3 in a row, 4 out of their last 5, and they close with Browns, Eagles, Jets.
Yeah.
And none of those teams are playing like otherworldly football at this point.
I don't think the buys in the NFL playoffs, they're just the 1 seeds,
just
right?
the ones, the top
so I don't
seed,
think they're going to get the buy. Broncos are sitting at 12-2. The Bills are 10-4. So unless the Broncos collapse, I think
they were still in line for it a little bit.
Are they?
You said,
okay.
Unless Denver collapses, but Denver is
They're
thing
looking
that's
strong.
That was a good win against the Packers yesterday. Really was. They actually scored a lot of points in it.
Yeah.
But the thing that scares me about Denver, and should scare everyone about Denver, yes, they're 12-2. Of them and New England both, their strength of victories, win percentage, is .351. So the teams they've beaten have a combined .351 win percentage. Same with the Patriots, which is even worse. It's .346. The Jaguars and Steelers, .429. Chargers, .420. Bills, .449. And the Texans are .460.
Okay.
So, looks like these teams are
beating the bad
better
teams.
Yeah. Exactly. That's where,
are the
where I was
Broncos
going
beating the
with
bad
it.
teams.
And on top of it, on the other side, in the NFC, the Rams have the best strength of victories, 513.
Yeah.
That's
The
really
Rams
good.
the Rams are real, and I don't think anybody's doubting that. The Broncos, I guess you could argue that, but would you not say the Green Bay's a really good team, and they handled them yesterday?
Did.
They handled them.
Green Bay's kind of off and on, and I think this really hurts them, that Parsons injury.
Yeah, it does.
And
It does.
the Lions, they're kind of falling apart, but you look at the Lions' remaining schedule: Steelers, Vikings, Bears. The Vikings just upset the Cowboys yesterday. The Steelers aren't going to go away. The Bears are getting better and better week in and week out, and they took care of business yesterday. They're not guaranteed any wins there. They might lose all 3 of them.
They could.
That could happen. You look at Green Bay's remaining schedule. It's Bears, Ravens, Vikings. They could realistically lose all 3 of those because the Vikings are out of it, but the Ravens are fighting for a division. The Bears are fighting for a division, and they're fighting for a playoff.
And I don't think the Vikings are a pushover just because they're out of the playoffs. Like I still think they're trying to build on the momentum that they have and carry that into next season.
Right.
So the
Absolutely.
Vikings aren't going to roll over in a divisional game either. So you were talking about was that the Lions?
The Lions.
Yeah, right. So they're not going to roll over in a divisional game. Lions and Vikings show up. They're going to fight hard. So
the Rams hung 41 on them in that game.
Yeah.
It was tied at halftime, but the Rams scored 17 in the third. It
Yeah.
just kind of did enough separation. I know the Lions got a trash touchdown there at the end. I know the Devontae Adams injury doesn't help, but the Rams, that division with the Rams, 49ers, and the Seahawks, and everyone's won double-digit games.
Yeah.
The 49ers beat a bad Titans team. The Seattle though played a close game. The Colts fought hard. That wasn't an easy win.
Yeah.
By any shape of the imagination. But right now the Rams are the only one to clinch a playoff spot in the NFC.
Yeah. The Colts did fight hard. I think Seattle needs a lot of credit for that win.
Absolutely.
I think that was a kind of a rallying moment for the Colts.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, we're going to rally around Phillip. We're going to run the ball a lot. Everyone's going to pull their weight to try to cover for the shortcomings at the quarterback position. And they really tried to, and they almost did, if not for a great couple of passes by Sam Darnold. So, man, the Seahawks are good. This coming Thursday night game is really interesting.
Rams?
I'm looking. Isn't it Seahawks Rams? Isn't it Seahawks Rams?
You're right.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
I believe it's Seahawks Rams. I could be wrong.
You're right.
Yeah,
In
Seahawks
Seattle.
Rams in Seattle. That's, I guess, going to determine definitely going to have playoff implications. I don't know. Is that going to determine the division? It depends on what the records are.
It's funny. Like, there's 4 10-win teams in the NFC. 3 of them are in the West.
Yeah. Yeah.
We keep asking what's the best division in football in the NFL right now. I mean, maybe the East with the Patriots, Bills, and the Dolphins still in it. I mean, the South is still wide open outside of the Texans, but and then the West with Denver and the Chargers kind of still fighting for that top spot. But I mean, dude, the NFC West. I mean, it's 3 teams with 10 wins.
Yeah. So you think Super Bowl winner's got to come out of the NFC then, with as high as the talent is? Or do you think someone else, maybe the Patriots, Broncos, can take care of business in a Super Bowl matchup against the NFC?
In the AFC, I like the way Houston is playing, and plus Houston has played the NFC West really, really well. I know they beat the 49ers and honestly kind of handled them. They lost a close one to the Rams and lost by 8 to the Seahawks, and then beat the 49ers and beat the Cardinals and beat them pretty decisively because I watched a lot of that 49er game. The Texans are a team you don't want to mess with. Jacksonville, if they can get decent quarterback play out of Lawrence, that defense
had 5
isn't
touchdowns
bad.
yesterday. Did you see that?
Yeah, that defense isn't bad. The Patriots have proven to be a really good team, especially at home. Buffalo's proven to be a really good team anywhere. I don't trust anyone out of the North. I don't, the Chargers are hot and cold.
Yeah.
They really are. Denver's great at home. If they get the number 1 seed, who's to say, and plus they've won 11 in a row, who's to say they won't, if they get the number 1 seed and you got to go through Mile High, you're not beating them there. They're 7-0 at home this year.
Yeah.
It's really, that's a tough one because when you look at the NFC, the Eagles are the Eagles. They're going to be good. The Bears' defense and that offense is really starting to put some things together. And then no one's winning it out of the South.
No.
Outside the Eagles, no one else is winning it in the East. You really don't know about the North because they're too unpredictable. And outside of their own division, they haven't really played people well. But then you look at the NFC West, like the Rams, 6-3 in the conference. Seahawks 6-3 in the conference. 49ers 8-2 in the conference. If anything, the NFC winner is probably going to come out of the West. The AFC winner is probably going to come out of the East. That, if I'm looking at it right now.
No, I'd agree with you. I think the 2 best teams have. I don't know if Denver. I need to look at Denver's schedule. Has Denver played anyone in the East? They've played the Jets.
They beat the Eagles.
Beat the Jets. Beat the Eagles. They haven't played.
Beat the Texans.
18-15. Yeah, that's right. Close game. They haven't played the Bills or the Patriots. I would really be interested to see that game.
Outside of they lost to the Colts, but that was full strength Colts. They lost to the Chargers in Los Angeles. Outside of that, I mean, their best win outside of that are the Packers and the Texans.
Yeah,
and both of them I wouldn't really say are Super Bowl favorites.
No,
I wouldn't go there with either one of those teams.
Yeah. No, I think the favorite would be either whoever comes out of that division in the AFC East.
Mm-hmm.
I think either New England or the Bills. If not now for the Bills, we've been saying this, and a lot of people are now saying this. If not now for the Bills, win. When is Josh Allen finally going to take advantage and pull through? Yeah. It's not impossible for him to do it next year, the year after. Like, he is a great generational talent, but this is as easy of a path through the AFC as he's ever going to be, as he's ever going to have.
Think about this. The Bills are 4-3 away from home, but the Patriots are undefeated on the road this year. It's pretty good.
It is.
It's pretty
good.
But that's pretty good. And those teams, I think the defense is what helps it out. But then again, if you got to go through Denver and they haven't won, no one's beaten them in Mile High this year, and they've won some wacky games. But then on top of it, when you look at their home games, only beat the Titans by 8, did dominate the Bengals, but you beat the Jets by 2, you beat the Giants in a miraculous comeback by 1, you dominated the Cowboys, you only beat the Raiders 10-7, you beat the Chiefs 22-19, and then you beat the Packers by 8 this past week. They haven't, even though they're 7-0 at home, one, maybe 2 of those were pretty definitive, like kind of start to finish spankings, and one. The rest were down to the final possession type game.
Could you not twist that as, man, they're finding a way to win?
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like you could flip that on your head and be like, yes, it's NFL.
They know how to win close
It's the NFL.
Games.
Every game's going to be close, and they've been able to pull through in all of these.
Yeah,
and I believe, and I believe they've been able to win it in different styles. Like, they've been able to win a 44-24 game against the Cowboys. They were able to win shootout games. They're able to win a grounded out game versus the Raiders when it's 10-7 at the end of the day.
Right.
So, I mean, they're an impressive team, and I think Sean Payton, he gets a good feel of how the game's going to go, and he'll be like, okay, this is how it's going to go. This is how we're going to win. However, by any means necessary, whether it's slow, grounded out, whether it's play good defense, or whether it's outscore them on offense.
Yeah, I'm absolutely with you there. You can twist that. They know how to win at home. They know how to win close games. They know how to win one possession games, slow scoring games. They know how to win shootouts.
But that strength schedule is rather low at 393.
It's 343, which is the second lowest, only outside of New England, because we've mentioned that with New England. They haven't really, their losses, Raiders, Steelers, and Bills, when you look at their wins, Dolphins, Panthers, good win against the Bills, Saints, Titans, Browns, Falcons, Buccaneers, Jets, Bengals, and Giants.
Best win.
Is there any playoff? Maybe
best win is
the Bucks.
The Bucks,
when they're already on their downhill
spiral.
Wounded.
They are a wounded animal. Yeah, they're beating up on a bunch of nobodies. They beat the Bills back at the first of the year, 23-20. They lost to the Steelers. They lost to the Raiders. Man, that's kind of an indictment, maybe. That's kind of an indictment looking at that schedule.
I'm looking at
it going,
the Buccaneers are their best win. Buccaneers and Bills outside of their own division. The Buccaneers are their best win, and they're already on their downward spiral at that point.
Yep.
Tells a lot.
It does.
It really does. It really does. Well, Bryant, we'll wrap up the show here today. We'll have Michael and Taylor with us tomorrow. We'll do some trivia. I don't know where I'm going to go. I think I got bowl game trivia.
Okay.
Or something else. I had something brewing in my mind yesterday. I haven't fully done the research of it yet, but I like to throw these guys curveballs.
Yeah.
Just want to see what they're topical. And then if you guys want to throw anything at me, I'm all down for it. All down for it. This is an equal opportunity show. And also, don't forget, if you weren't able to catch the full show here live today, this guy's going to put it up on any podcast network, Spotify
and Apple
Podcasts. I forgot to record it again. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, he'll figure out a way to get it on there. So for Brian Gobble, I'm AJ Good. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Going the distance with local sports. This